And the Indian Sports Network is on the air. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Kenny Masterson coming to you live from Elsberry, not from Center, Missouri, where Mark Twain High School is. And that's where this game was scheduled to play. But apparently they got rain up there, and so they decided to come down here and play the game here in Elsberry. So that cost them a little gas money, saved us a little gas money. But anyway, we are here to see this game today between the visiting Mark Twain Lady Tigers. That's Rawls County R2 school, I believe. And game between them and your hometown Elsberry Lady Indians. So, talk a little bit about Mark Twain. They are, so far this year, they are 4-11 on the year. So they haven't had the most successful season yet. Their last game, they defeated Clopton 5-3 on the 1st of October. So they are coming off of a win. And the all-time record, Mark Twain, I say all-time record, going back to 2008. The record is 5-3. Mark Twain with 5 wins over Elsberry and 3 losses. But those 3 losses have come in the last 3 years. So Mark Twain has not defeated Elsberry in the last 3 games. Also comparing the two teams a little bit, the runs scored per game, the average runs scored per game for Elsberry this year has been 7.1. Mark Twain has only gotten 3.3. And in the runs allowed per game, Elsberry is allowed 5.9 and Mark Twain is allowed 10.1. So a little bit of disparity there between the two teams. And but like I think you've heard me say on every broadcast, they don't play the game on paper. They play the game in person, and that's how teams that are winless can get their first win, and teams that have been undefeated get defeated. So looking for a good game here. Right now it's kind of a cool evening here compared to what we've had. I guess seasonably it isn't that bad, but at the same time I'm feeling a couple of raindrops falling here. They're small raindrops. Hopefully it doesn't do anything. Mainly I got my tarp down here to cover all this stuff up. Hopefully it's not going to do anything. So anyway, let's go ahead and get the starting lineups, the batting order for these two teams. First of all, for the visiting Mark Twain Lady Tigers, we have leading off will be number 7, Emma Clarkson. She's the shortstop. Batting second is number 27, Kenley Epperson, playing first base. Batting third, number 13, Autumn Arndt, and she's the catcher. And that's her right there in front of us. And number 28, Sydney Brothers, designated player. Number 17, Olivia Graves, second base. Number 20, Molly Hill, pitcher. Batting 7th, number 22, Emily Evans, third base. Batting 8th, number 4, Elizabeth Trower, center field. Batting 9th, number 11, Nola Whitland, right field. And the flex player is Cheyenne Ross. She's number 0, and she'll be playing left field. On the bench for Mark Twain will be number 8, Mariah Clements, and number 21, Emma Bolich. And their head coach is Jacob Bogue, assisted by Dan Wilson. Now for the Elsberry Lady Indians tonight. Little bit of a different lineup here. We're going to have leading off number 13, Emma Flaster, second base. Batting second, number 20, Kelsey Flaster, left field. Batting third, number 15, Kylie Kinsler, shortstop. Notice she's at shortstop tonight and not pitching. Number 19, Morgan Jones, first base. Number 9, Tyra Henderson, and she is catching tonight. Number 3, Peyton Robinson is on third base. Number 12, Bella Mozzie is the designated player. Batting 8th, number 14, Abby Jenkins, and she'll be in right field. Batting 9th is number 2, Tiny Henderson, and she is in center field. Number 11, Addison Steele, is the flex player, and she'll be pitching. And sitting on the bench, ready to come in and play for Elsberry is number 4, McKenna Mills. Number 18, Taylor Mooney. Number 23, Alyssa Love. Number 6, Ella Gomel. Number 7, Lily Smith. Number 5, Destiny Gable. And number 17, Neosha Henderson. That's the bench for Elsberry. And we have the umpires coming out onto the field right now. They're just starting to come into your screen. And like I said, there are a few raindrops coming down. So hopefully that's all it's going to be, is just a few raindrops. A, I don't want the game rained out. B, I don't want to get wet. And I don't remember what comes after B. X maybe. But I really don't need this equipment getting wet. Like I said, I do have a tarp to put over it, but it's kind of hard to see the game if tarp is sitting over the equipment. So anyway, let's go ahead and take a break here before the monsoons hit.
Since 1995, Heartland Restoration has specialized in all types of masonry repairs, concrete restoration, above and below grade waterproofing, snow removal, epoxy joint repair or replacement, and all types of floor coatings. Our mission is to serve you with over 35 years of experience, someone you can trust to do the job right the first time. If you have a project, big or small, please give us a call. Heartland Restoration, 314-993-6377.
Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that. But when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Okay, let's just talk a little bit about, while we're waiting for this game to start, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the batting average. Morgan Jones, number 19, is still leading in the batting average category. Out of 13 games played, she's had 43 plate appearances. 39 of those have been official at bats, and she's batting .410. In that, she's had 16 hits. 6 of those were singles, 6 of them were doubles, and 4 of them were triples. So she just kind of spreads them out there. She got 15 RBIs, and she scored 12 runs herself and walked 3 times. Next in line is number 9. It's Tyra Henderson. She's batting .317 with 13 hits, 8 singles, 2 doubles. And her claim to fame on batting this year has been the 3 home runs, 6 RBIs, and she scored 15 runs herself. And her sister, Tiny Henderson, 26 at bats, .308 batting average. She's had 8 hits, 6 singles, a double and a triple, with 4 RBIs and 10 runs, and she's walked 9 times. She's a little tougher to pitch to than a lot of these players. Kylie Kinsler's next with a .268 batting average, 41 at bats. And she's had 11 hits. 7 of them have been singles, 1 double, 3 triples, 7 RBIs and 10 runs. And I know she was, what is this? This is Thursday. Tuesday night, she was smacking that ball pretty hard. Was it before the game, I guess. I was watching them. Might have been, no, I tell you what, it was after the game. They were doing some practicing. And she was taking some batting practice. And she was hitting the fence. So if she can get a hold of those pitches like that, get a hold of them like she was during batting practice, then Kylie's really going to turn into a batter. So as you can see on your screen, you can see the umpires, the coaches, and the captains out there talking about the ground rules, talking about what they had for lunch today. And I don't know, maybe the umpires are talking about how they need glasses sometimes. Who knows? But anyway, let's go ahead and take another quick break here before the games get started.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Okay, we are getting ready to start this game. Go over a couple more of the next in line with the batting average is number 20, Kelsey Flaster, and she's batting .265. After that is number 3, Peyton Robinson, batting .212. And Mackenzie Gladney's batting .206. Everybody else is under 200 right now. So let's see what the team batting average is. Team batting average is .258. That's not too shabby. That's 322 official at bats for the entire team. And all right, like I said before, Addison Steele is going to be pitching tonight. Let's just see what her numbers are. With the magic of computers, I've got these numbers right in front of me now. She's pitched 24 innings in 9 games, and she's credited with 2 game saves. She's faced 109 batters and pitched 343 pitches. Her actual win and loss record is 0-0. I'm sorry, that wasn't game save. That was game started. I need to learn these abbreviations. She's credited with 1 save. And she's allowed 31 hits, 18 runs. Only 12 of those have been earned, though. Walked 7 times and struck out 22. Has an ERA of 3.5. Very respectable ERA for that young lady. So, looks like we are getting ready to start this game. Leading off for the Lady Indians, Emma Flaster. All right, pitcher looks in. She squares up to bunt and bunts it foul. That is strike 1. Here's the second pitch. Hits the ball high in the air, and left field is over there and gets it. 1 out. Brings up Kelsey Flaster, left field. Kelsey bats from the left side. She does the pitcher. Pitcher picks it up and throws it over to first, and there's out number 2. So quickly, 2 up and 2 down. Brings up Kylie Kinsler. Just like I was talking about her a couple of minutes ago, if she starts hitting like she was hitting during batting practice, ball 1. That I was watching him bounce off the fence. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs, nobody on. There's ball 3. It's high and outside. Here's the 3-1 pitch getting ready to come in. She fouls it back right off the top of the backstop. Full count, 3-2. Full count, payoff pitch coming up. There's ball 4. Kylie Kinsler's on with a walk. So, 2-out walk for the Lady Indians brings up Morgan Jones. And at this point in time, she's the hottest hitter out there. If I remember right, she has a .410 batting average. There's a strike 1 on Morgan. Just caught the outside corner. Swing and a miss, strike 2. There's a ball hit between second and first. Kylie's on her way to third. So 2 outs with one person on, and Morgan Jones gets a base hit. So that brings up number 9, Tyra Henderson, catcher tonight. So with 2 outs, we got runners at the corner. Corners, 2 of them. There was ball 1. Kind of looking to see whether Jones runs to second. There's She did not take off. I thought she was going to. Squares up to bunt. That ball bounced off the catcher's glove. So we have 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, 2 runners on the corners. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Two and 2 on Tyra Henderson. Ball high. So full count on Tyra Henderson. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Top of the first inning. No score. There's a high fly ball into left field. It's actually going into foul territory. And left fielder's over there and has it. So 2 runners left on. And no score as we go into the bottom of the first.
These days, the concept of value matters more than ever. And you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Missouri high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and sportsmanship. Sports also instill a sense of community pride and teach lifelong lessons about cooperation and self-discipline. They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percentage of a school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around. The real cost would come from not having them at all. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Okay, we are back. And going to bring up the top of the lineup, obviously, for Mark Twain. And that's number 7, Emma Clarkson, the shortstop. And sure wish I had some stats on their players, but that's not available to me. Anyway, Addison Steele pitching. First pitch is a ball. Gets beyond Tyra. But no harm done. Ball 2. Here's ball 3. 3 pitches, 3 balls. And there's ball 4. 4 straight balls there. So a leadoff walk for Mark Twain. Brings up number 27, Kenley Epperson, first base. Here's ball 1 to her. So Addison has not thrown any strikes yet in this game. There was a strike, and there's a hit out into center field, and of course, Tiny got underneath that and got it. She's got a lot of range out there. Emma Clarkson stayed on first. Brings up number 13, Autumn Arndt, the catcher. And there's a ball in the dirt, gets away, and Clarkson's down to second. So with 1 out, Mark Twain has a runner on second base and 1 ball on Autumn Arndt. Can't really say that Autumn aren't here. Autumn came in today. It's nice and cool tonight. Swing and a miss, strike 1. High fly ball out into center field. Tiny is under it again. Okay, I missed something. Apparently she dropped it. Okay, I missed that. I thought she had it. Brings up Sydney Brothers, number 28, the designated player. Yeah, from my vantage point, I can't see real well. I'm flat down to the ground right next to him, and I guess Tiny was. And there's a ball in the dirt again, gets past Tyra, and the runners advance. So they have runners on second and third with one out. Ball one on Sydney Brothers. There's a ball inside. There's ball three. 3-0 on Sydney Brothers. Runners on second and third. And they're going out now to talk to Addison. Kind of calm her down a little bit. She's had a little control problem so far in this game. They just need to go calm her down, because I've seen her pitch a little better than that. So I know she's capable of it. So they have it. They're out there rubbing her arms, calming her down. All right, and at this point in time, they're putting on Sydney Brothers. That's going to load up the bases for Mark Twain. That brings up number 17, Olivia Graves, second base. Bases are loaded with one out. Swing and a miss, strike one. She threw that right in there. Foul ball down the first base line. Sharply hit ball. But that's strike two. No balls, two strikes. Swing and a miss, strike three. Swing and a miss, strike three, and that is two outs with the bases still loaded. Brings up number 20, Molly Hill, their pitcher. Ball one. Molly is batter number 6 this inning. Swing and a miss, strike one. Tyra almost threw down to third base. There's a little fly ball to second base, and she got underneath it, and the putout was made. So Mark Twain leaves the bases loaded in the bottom of the first inning, and Elsberry gets out of that jam. So at the end of one inning, there is no score.
Are you familiar with or have you experienced water damage in your business or home? Even if the damage is small, repairs can be very costly, not to mention the unpleasant sight and smell of the damaged area. It's okay, Heartland Restoration is here to help. Give us a chance on your next project. Call 314-993-6377 today.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the megabags do. but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right. That third out, that catch was made by Emma Flaster. I don't think I mentioned her name. A little softly hit fly ball, and she was right there under it. So it brings up number 3, Peyton Robinson, to lead off for the top of the second inning. And she is on with a little bunt. And I'm sorry, this is going to be the bottom of the second inning. I don't know what I was thinking about. Brings up Bella Mozzie. And Peyton Robinson tried to steal second. And they got the ball down there, and she was called out. Okay, you know what? I know what's confusing me now. Mark Twain is the home team. So I was right. I was wrong thinking I was right, and right thinking I was wrong. And there's ball 4 on Bella Mozzie. Yeah, sometimes this old brain just doesn't want to keep up. Like I said, I forgot that this game is supposed to be in Mark Twain. So Mark Twain, this is a home game for Mark Twain, playing on an away field. Brings up number 14, Abby Jenkins. And she squares up to bunt. And in the meantime, Bella Mozzie takes off for second. So with one out, runner on second. And there's a foul ball. Abby Jenkins is a right fielder for the Lady Indians. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Runner on second, one out. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Abby Jenkins. There's a bunt, drops right down in front of her. And she is thrown out at first, but Bella Mozzie gets over to third base. So there's 2 outs. Brings up number 2, Tiny Henderson, center field. Bella Mozzie down on third base, wanting to come home. Tiny's just the person that can get her there. There was a call strike. Not really sure how that was a strike, but it was called. Ball 1. One and one, 2 outs. There's a foul ball smacked pretty hard to the left side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Once again, 2 outs. Bellamazzi on third. No score. There's ball 2. 2-2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 1 runner on. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that's a 3rd out. So, the end of 1.5 innings. I know I got that right now. Yeah, at the end of 1.5 innings, we still have no score. Mark Twain will be coming up to bat.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker at our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about. We all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
Okay, we are back for the bottom of the 2nd inning. Number 22, Emily Evans, third base, is up for Mark Twain. Swing and a miss, strike 1. I think I just felt another raindrop. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes. Foul ball back behind us. Remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's the 2nd strikeout for Addie Steele. With 1 out in the bottom of the 2nd, brings up number 4, Elizabeth Trower, center field. Swing and a miss, strike 1. That ball was up and out. Ball hit right to second base. And there we go from second base to first base. Morgan Jones pulled it in. So Emma Flaster to Morgan Jones. 2 outs. Brings up Nola Whitland, number 11, right fielder. Ball hit right back to Steele. Over to first, and there's the 3rd out. So 3 up and 3 down. Easy inning there for Steele. At the end of 2, we still have no score.
People's Bank and Trust knows that every minute of your day counts, so it's good to have a few time savers on your side. Take internet banking, for example. It allows you to bank from home rather than having to make an extra trip to the bank just to check your balance, transfer funds, or view recent transactions. You can even pay your bills online, eliminating a trip to the post office for stamps. Best of all, People's Bank and Trust offers all of this free of charge. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net and sign up today. Just another example of hometown banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Okay, leading off the third inning for the Lady Indians is number 13, Emma Flaster, second base. We just saw her snatch that ball up and get it over. Well, no, that was the play before. Well, we did just see her. That was Addison Steele, the last play. And there's a call strike. Ball hit down the third base line, foul. No balls, 2 strikes. Ball hit right over the shortstop's head. And she is holding up at first because center fielder got to that one. So a leadoff single for Emma Flaster brings up Kelsey Flaster. There's a hard hit ball out into right field, and the right fielder was right there to get it. It was right at her. Nice hit ball, though. That's 1 out for Elsberry. Brings up number 15, Kyla Kinsler, playing shortstop tonight. Emma Flaster still on first base. Just itching to advance. Call strike on Kylie. And she was called out at second base. Emma Flaster tried to run, and the catcher was ready. Meanwhile, that was a ball on Kylie Kinsler. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's a foul ball, bounced off the fence. So now we have 2 outs and nobody on. Another foul ball back behind us going into the baseball field, which is not good because they got a game going on back there. It's a junior high game, I believe, going on back there. 1 ball, 2 strikes still. There's the ball hit right up the middle, and Kylie is on with the single. So 2 out single. That brings up Morgan Jones, and here's a high foul ball back behind us. So no balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Kylie Kinsler on first. Swing and a miss, strike 2. It's a high fly ball. First base and pitcher could not get a hold of it. All right, so Morgan Jones is now on second. They dropped the ball and couldn't get to it. Morgan Jones is now on second. Kylie Kinsler's on third. That's going to bring up Tyra Henderson, number 9. She flied out to left field her first time up. So 2 outs, 2 runners on. First pitch is a ball. High fly ball way out into right center. 1 run in, 2 runs in. Tyra's on her way to third. So just like that, a base clearing triple from number 9, Tyra Henderson. That brings up Peyton Robinson. There's a call strike on Peyton. There's another call strike. Two outs. Tyra Henderson on third. There's a high foul ball back behind us. Remains no balls and 2 strikes. There's still a few raindrops trying to get their way to the ground. Hard hit ground ball down third base line. Foul. Stays no balls and 2 strikes. Another foul ball to the left side. No balls, 2 strikes, and it's been that way for a month or so. There's 1 ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tyra Henderson down on third, 2 outs. Peyton Robinson really wanting a base hit here. Swing and a miss. Catcher drops it, and they throw down to first and get her out. So that was a 3rd out. And halfway through the 3rd inning, Elsberry is now 2-0 over Mark Twain. They did leave a runner on third base that time.
Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention during the national anthem? Do you cheer a good play by the opposing team? If your team loses, do you take it well in stride? If you have answered yes to any of those questions, you are showing positive examples of sportsmanship. Don't forget that when you attend high school events, young eyes are watching you for examples of acceptable behavior. By making a conscientious effort, you'll be helping our students grow into better citizens. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Hey, hon, what are you doing up so early?
Oh, I'm
just getting ready to take care of some stuff with the bank.
The bank? I surely hope you're going to get dressed first. You'd get some pretty weird luck showing up in your robe and fuzzy slippers.
I'm not going to the bank. I'm doing it all right here from home using People's Bank and Trust online banking and bill pay service. I can check our account balances, transfer money, make a loan payment, and even pay bills, all from the comfort of my pajamas. Best of all, it's free.
Banking in your pajamas. Now, if we could only get the grocery store to deliver.
Start banking online today by visiting us online at www.pbtc.net. People's Bank and Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
All right. We are back. We are back for the bottom of the third inning. It just sounds, it seems so confusing here to be sitting here at the Elsberry field, and the bottom of the inning is not Elsberry. But either way, it should be the top of the lineup. Be Emma Clarkson, number 7. Can't see her number. Make sure that's who's up, but that's who should be up. Yeah, number 7, and she hits the ball to third base or to shortstop, and Kylie Kinsler gets that ball. She scoops it up, gets the ball over to Morgan Jones, and she is out at first. So a 6-3 put out in the third inning is out number 1. And these raindrops are just enough to be annoying right now. Brings up Kenley Epperson. There was a foul ball down the first base side, bounces off the roof of the dugout. Strike 1. Foul tip, strike 2. Hard hit ball, going to drop in front of the right field. She gets the ball into first. Abby Jenkins was playing a little bit too deep for that one. It dropped in front of her, but they held her to a single. So a one-out single for Kenley Epperson brings up number 13, Autumn Arndt. Ball was in the dirt. Tyra scooped it up and just dared for Epperson to run to second. There's a ball and a strike on Autumn Arndt. Ball to third base. They get the out at second, but not at first. So with 2 outs, Autumn Arndt is on at first and brings up number 28, Sydney Brothers. Ball 1. There's a foul ball to the right side, so 1 ball, 1 strike. Okay, they quick throw down to first base. Tyra threw that ball high, and fortunately Morgan's got some height on her, and she pulled that one in to keep it from going out into right field. 3 balls, 1 strike on Sidney Brothers. Runner at first, Autumn Arndt. And there's a foul ball that a little bit lower would have tried to take my head off. So full count with 2 outs. Payoff pitch coming up here from Addison Steele. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that is 3 outs. 1 runner left on, no runs, 1 hit. And at the end of 3 innings, score is Elsberry 2, Mark Twain High School 0. Let's take a break.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
You're listening to the Indian Sports Network, courtesy of the Elsberry Democrat. Log on to www.elsberrydemocrat.com today.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
Okay, leading off the 4th inning for Elsberry is Bella Mozzie. She walked her first time up. Ball up and in. Hard hit ball out into left field, and it gets past the left fielder, and it's rolling all the way to the fence. She is going to come into third, and she is into third safe. Slid in under the tag. So Bella Mozzie with a leadoff triple. Leadoff triple for Elsberry in this 4th inning. Brings up number 14, Abby Jenkins. She is the right fielder. Runner on third, nobody out. Abby Jenkins up to bat. There's a foul tip. Comes back here to the fence. Strike 1. There's another foul ball going back behind us. So no balls and 2 strikes. There's another foul ball back behind us. Somebody's going to have to run to Walmart and buy some more softballs here pretty soon. Hey, the sun's starting to come out. All this equipment here has little raindrops falling all over it. Another foul ball back behind us. Dropping into the baseball field. That's kind of a bad deal because, again, they've got a game going on back there. So, no balls, 2 strikes for quite a while now. Abby Jenkins up to bat. Swing and a miss, strike 3. There's the first out. Bella Mozzie still down at third base. Brings up Tiny Henderson. She struck out her first time up. Ball one. There's the ball hit the shortstop. The run scores. Bellamazzi comes in. They threw home, and they did not get her. And Tiny is on first. She's on with the fielder's choice, but it doesn't matter. She's on. That brings up Emma Flaster. Score is now 3-0. Squared up to bunt and pulled back. And a strike was called. Meanwhile, Tiny's down at first base. She swung on that time and hit the ball foul to the third base side. No balls, 2 strikes. So Emma Flaster, everybody calls her Emma Lou. Emma Flaster with no balls, 2 strikes. Boy, hit the right back to the pitcher. Right back to the pitcher, and it bounced off her glove, and the second base picked it up and was able to tag out Tiny Henderson, but Emma's on first. That brings up Kelsey Flaster with 2 outs and runner on first. Ball one. Ball hit back to the pitcher. Throw over to first, and she is out. So, with halfway through the 4th inning, the score is now 3-0 by virtue of Bellamazzi scoring. So Elsberry with 1 run. Let's take another break.
People's Bank and Trust invites everyone to come to the game, the high school sports games that are going on right now. All area teams have put a great amount of effort and time in to perfect their skills, and they are ready to play. Support the community schools and students by cheering them on to a great season of games. People's Bank and Trust proudly supports the area teams and looks forward to seeing you at each and every game.
Whether it's balls and strikes, fouls, or flags, your referees and game officials are a vital part of high school athletics. If you've ever tried your hand at officiating, you know how hard these men and women work, and you certainly know that they would never miss a call intentionally. Keep these things in mind as you attend sporting events. After all, respecting officials and authority figures is one of the most valuable lessons that we can teach our students. This message has been brought to you by your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
Okay. Addison Steele taking her warm-up. I don't know if you noticed that or not, but on that last pitch from Steele to the catcher, Tyra Henderson, she was on her knees and threw that ball down to second. Kylie Kinsler caught that at second. And, I mean, that was a perfectly thrown ball. Molina would have been proud of that one. There's a little dribbler back to first base, and she is out. Didn't even have a chance to say that was Olivia Graves batting. 1-3 put out. Brings up number 20, Molly Hill. This is in their half, it's the home half of the fourth inning. Of course, the away team is home. It's not confusing at all. I'm not confused. There's ball hit hard to second base. Quick throw over to first, and she is out. Once again, defense is really looking good. As Emma Flaster over there showing how it's done at second base. Brings up number 22, Emily Evans. She struck out her first time up. Ball goes through Tyra. There's ball 2. Hard hit ball out into center field, and that is over. That's over Tiny's head. She gets the ball thrown in. She gets the ball thrown into Emma Flaster. And they hold her to second. So a 2-out double for Emily Evans. That brings up number 4, Elizabeth Trower, their center field. Tiny was shading over to the left a little bit. Swing and a miss, strike 1. She was shading over to the left a little bit, and that ball went to the right, and it was over her head anyway. Ball came skipping in on the dirt, and Tyra was able to get in front of it, kept that ball from going back. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's a call strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Emily Evans down at second base. Foul tip. Remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Another foul tip. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball comes skipping in. Tyra gets behind or underneath it, in front of it, behind it. She stopped it from going through. That's the main thing. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second. Foul tip. Remains 2-2. I'm kind of glad I brought a jacket tonight. There's ball 3. Full count. Runner on second. 2 outs. Payoff pitch coming. Ball hit to third base. And a throw gets away, and a run is going to score. Because Emily Evans came in from second base. So I guess that was a throwing error on Peyton Robinson, as it looked like it pulled Morgan off. Brings up number 11, Nola Whitland, right fielder. That was a hard ball to handle. It's a high foul ball. It's going to almost hit the utility building. Strike 1. That makes the score 3-1, Elsberry over Mark Twain. There's a ball high and outside. 1-1, 2 outs, runner on first. High fly ball out into in the infield. Emma Flaster's over there to get it. And that's a 3rd out. So, Mark Twain comes up with a run that inning, and they left a runner on. Let's take a break.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Elsberry Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We take the time to know you and your healthcare needs. Most prescriptions are filled in 15 minutes or less, and we offer free local delivery and a friendly and knowledgeable staff to answer your questions. Better service, better value, better healthcare. Locally owned and operated and proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
All right, we are up for the top of the 5th inning, and we have Kyla Kinsler up to bat. She looks at ball 1. She hit that ball hard. It's going out into the parking lot. Bounced off the top of one of the cars out there. Glad my truck's sitting a little bit farther away, although it was heading right for it. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Kylie Kinsler. She needed to straighten that one out. That would have been a home run. Ball 2. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Foul tip, remains 2-2. Nobody out and nobody on. Hard hit ball out into right field, and she is there and has it. That was a good catch by their right fielder. That is Nola Whitland. She made a good play. She covered a lot of ground to get over to that ball. She covered lots of ground to get to that. Give her credit on that. She made a good catch. Meanwhile, it brings up Morgan Jones. She doubled her last time up. Ball came skipping in. There's a pop up into foul territory, and their third base got that. And that is Emily Evans. She covered some ground to get to that one, too. Brings up Tyra Henderson. She smacked the heck out of that ball her last time up. Got a triple. A 2-run triple. There's a ball right up the middle. Goes right over second base. And so she is on with a single now. So a 2-out single by Tyra Henderson. Brings up Peyton Robinson. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Hard hit ball down the third base line, but it's foul. No balls, 2 strikes. High fly or high foul ball drops in behind us. Remains 0-2. Swing and a miss. And the throw down to first. And that is 3 outs. So, no runs. There was a hit, 1 runner left. Halfway through the 5th inning, the score is Elsberry 3, Mark Twain High School 1.
At Elsberry Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We have numerous programs to help your wallet as well as save precious time. Save money with our RX Savings Club program, and you can save time with our medication synchronization program, where we fill your prescriptions at the same time each month. We also offer our medication adherence program to help you remember to take your medications on time as prescribed by your doctor. Better value, better service, better health care. Locally owned and operated, and proud to be your local independent pharmacy in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com. Hi, my name is Jerry Callahan, pharmacist and owner of the medicine shops in Troy and Elsberry Pharmacy. We strive every day to bring better service, better value, and better health care to our friends in our communities. We want to say thank you for your support, and we're proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
Okay, we are back now for the bottom of the 5th inning. Once again, I'll call it the home half of the 5th inning, except it's the team that is not at home is the home team. It took me about an inning and a half to realize that. But either way, number 7, Emma Clarkson, was coming up to bat. She is Mark Twain's shortstop. She hit the ball out into left field, gets right past Peyton Robinson, and she is on with the single. Leadoff single for Mark Twain. Brings up number 27, Kenley Epperson. She's their first base. Nobody out and runner on first for Mark Twain. Ball gets past Tyra, and Emma Clarkson's down to second base. She's down there on a passed ball. Two balls, no strikes. Swing and a foul. Ball hit right to. That ball was hit right to Emma Flaster. Second base, and she looks over and holds the runner on the second. So 1 out. Autumn Arndt is up. Ball 1. There's a call strike. 1-1 on Autumn Arndt. Strike two, foul ball back here to the fence. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Addison Steele ahead of this batter with 1 out and a runner on second. It's a high fly ball. Steele. Okay, they had Peyton Robinson come over. I thought Steele was going to get it. But Peyton Robinson came over from third base. Made that put out. So brings up number 28, Sydney Brothers. She struck out her last time up. She's walked once and struck out. With 2 outs, Clarkson on second. Ball comes skipping in, and Tyra gets underneath it. Ball hit right to Emma Flaster. And that is the 3rd out. So after 1 hit in that inning, next 3 batters go out 1, 2, 3. And at the end of 5 innings, score is 3-1, Elsberry over Mark Twain.
Since 1995, Heartland Restoration has specialized in all types of masonry repairs, concrete restoration, above and below grade waterproofing, snow removal, epoxy joint repair or replacement, and all types of floor coatings. Our mission is to serve you with over 35 years of experience, someone you can trust to do the job right the first time. If you have a project, big or small, please give us a call. Heartland Restoration, 314-993-6377.
Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that, but when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right. So leading off the 6th inning, Bella Mozzie, designated player. She smacked one heck of a triple last time up. There's a high fly ball out into center field. It's actually left center. Center field's over to get it. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Number 14, Abby Jenkins, right fielder. She's up with 1 out. She squares the bunt, and bunt was high in the air, and catcher got it. So 2 pitches and 2 outs. Brings up Tiny Henderson. She reached on a fielder's choice last time up, but it did drive a run in. There's a call strike on Tiny. There's a foul ball, strike 2. There's ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He smacks the ball down to second base, little flip over to first, and she is out. Took a few more pitches that time, but 4-3 put out on Tiny Henderson, and that brings up the bottom of the 6th inning.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, we are heading into the bottom of the 9th inning. And number 17, Olivia Graves, is going to be batting for Mark Twain. She struck out and lined out to the pitcher her first time up. Ball 1. There's a foul ball down the third base side. It is strike 1. 1-1. And there is a call strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball high and outside. 2-2. Okay, 3-2. Full count. Ball hit up between short and third. So a leadoff single for Olivia Graves. Brings up number 20, Molly Hill. Three to 1 to score. Elsberry over Mark Twain. Bottom of the 6th inning. Here's a ball. His ball hit right to shortstop. 1 out. And could not pull a double play, but they do get the lead runner. Kylie got that over to Emma. There's a foul ball back behind us. That's number 22, Emily Evans, up to bat now. And there's a call strike. Quick throw down to first, and that is Molly Hill, and she was back in time. Another ball hit right up between second. Hit between second and short. So there's a base hit. And just like that, Mark Twain has 2 runners on. Brings up number 4, Elizabeth Trower, center field. There's a high fly ball in the infield. Addison is there and has it. There's the second out. Okay, brings up number 11, Nola Whitland. Foul tip back towards my head. Swing and a miss, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Score is 3-1 in the bottom of the 6th. There's a high foul ball over in the right field. Abby can't get over there to it. It's across the fence. So it stays no balls and 2 strikes. Number 11, Nola Whitland, their right fielder. There's a ball hit to second. Oh! It gets right through Emma. There's a throw home, and 1 run does score. So the score is now 3-2 on what should have been a 3rd out. So still 2 runners on. Okay, 3-2 in the bottom of the 6th. That brings up Emma Clarkson. Ball 1. Foul ball down the third base line. Strike 1. And there's a infield fly right to Peyton Robinson. So there was out number 3. So at the end of 6 innings, Mark Twain got another run on the board. The score is now 3-2 going into the top of the 7th.
These days, the concept of value matters more than ever. And you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Missouri high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and sportsmanship. Sports also instill a sense of community pride and teach lifelong lessons about cooperation and self-discipline. They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percentage of a school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around. The real cost would come from not having them at all. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, 7th inning. Elsberry needs to get some more runs on here just for some insurance. Brings up Emma Flaster, second base. Ball 1. Hard hit ball out into center field, and it drops in. And she wisely stays on first base. So a leadoff hit for Elsberry. Brings up Kelsey Flaster. Kelsey is the left fielder. There's a fly ball to first base. So one pitch to Kelsey, and she is out. So with one out, Emma Flaster still on first base, and Kylie Kinsler's up. And I just can't help think, but Kylie Kinsler is due for a big hit. It's ball one. It's a high fly ball out into center field. And their center fielder's there to get it. So there's two outs. Emma Flaster still on first base. It's up to Morgan Jones now to advance Emma Flaster. She's had a double and a single. There's ball one. Swing and a miss. Ball gets away, but Emma stays where she is. And there's a call strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Foul tip, remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's a foul ball right over my head. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Emma Flaster patiently waiting on first base. There's a pop into second base, and she has it. So, Emma Flaster gets a leadoff hit, but they can't advance her. The end of 6.5 innings. The score is Elsberry 3, Mark Twain 2. Mark Twain's coming up for their last at-bat.
Are you familiar with or have you experienced water damage in your business or home? Even if the damage is small, repairs can be very costly, not to mention the unpleasant sight and smell of the damaged area. It's okay. Heartland Restoration is here to help. Give us a chance on your next project. Call 314-993-6377 today.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the megabags do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, here we go for Mark Twain's last chance. Score is 3-2. So I guess technically the tying run is at the plate. Brings up Kenley Epperson Number 27, their first base. There's a fly ball right to Morgan Jones, so with one pitch, we have one out. With one out, number 13, Autumn Arndt, their catcher. She is up to bat. There's another fly ball. And look at Tyra. I guess you didn't see it here because I don't have a wide enough angle lens. But Tyra Henderson came sliding into the fence to get that one. So brings up number 28, Sydney Brothers with 2 outs. 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the 7th inning. We better change that. Here's a high fly ball. It's going to go into foul territory. Score is 3-2. 1 strike on Sydney Brothers. Foul tip, strike 2. Another foul ball back behind us. Remains no balls, 2 strikes. There's 1 ball. Two outs. Nobody on. 2-2. Another foul ball back behind us. Remains 2-2. Another foul ball back behind us. Still 2-2. Hard hit ball up into the left field. So a 2-out last desperation hit for Mark Twain. Brings up Olivia Graves. She is struck out, had a base hit, and lined out to the pitcher. And they put a pinch runner on for Sydney Brothers. That's their tying run, is at first base right now. Let's see, that brings in number 8. Who is that? That is Clements. I don't have her first name. Starts with an M. I don't have her first name. Yes, I do. Mariah Clements. Mariah Clements is now running. She's on first base. So Olivia Graves up to bat. Quick throw down to first. And the runner and Morgan Jones kind of got tangled up together, but she is safe. Tyra's got quite a cannon to throw with. And there's another base hit. And not that you're going to be able to hear me, but base running error on Mark Twain. That was a base hit up the right field side by Olivia Graves. And is Mariah Clements. She tried to run it out to third base. And good throw in from Abby Jenkins to Emma Flaster, right over to Peyton Robinson, and she was standing there with the ball waiting for her when she got there. So that was a third out, final out. Elsberry wins this game 3-2 over Mark Twain. I mean, they had that tying run. They were heading for third. So aggressive base running works sometimes for you. Sometimes it does not. In the meantime, let's take a little commercial break here before we get into the post game, before I talk a little bit about it.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Okay, that was an exciting game. The last couple of games that we've had have been very exciting games. I like these a lot better. You know, when you see these 3-2 games like this, it comes down to that last throw out there to third base to get the runner out. It's so much better than these 20-0 games that we see so many of. The girls tonight, let's see, Addison Steele pitched, complete game. And after starting off just a little bit shaky, let's see, she walked the first batter and walked the fourth batter. And she didn't throw any strikes the first several pitches. But she finally settled in there, and the fifth batter she struck out and was able to hold him without any runs at all. Even though they got a couple of base runners in there, they were able to hold him without runs. And so her pitching, after she settled down after the first 3 or 4 batters, and very, very solid defense, and some good base running, and just timely hitting, just all around. The Lady Indians played a very good game tonight, and it shows up on the score, 3-2. They are on the winning side, and so they are now 8-6 for the season. And they play. Let's see. This is Thursday. Let's see. We got the football game tomorrow night at Clopton. Okay, we are back here again on the 7th of October, next Monday evening. We're back here again for a game against Winfield. And then on Tuesday night, we're back here again for a game against Montgomery County. And then on Thursday, we're back here again for a game against Silex. So 3 softball games next week to finish out the season. That game against Silex will be the last game of the season, regular season. I guess they'll go to districts after that. And I don't have any information at all yet on where districts will be. But next week there'll be 3 softball games. And let's hope these same girls that played tonight will be, that'll be the ones that show up for the game, for those 3 games, and then start in on districts. So like I said, and tomorrow night there is a football game. So that game is at the Clopton football field. It'll be Clopton Elsberry versus South Callaway. And I will be there to broadcast. So join me tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock. And then be sure and come back here Monday evening Tuesday evening and Thursday evening of next week as we bring the last 3 softball games of the season. So anyway, from Elsberry, which is supposed to be from Mark Twain, but they had rain up there and they moved the game to here. So from Elsberry, this is the Indian Sports Network signing off, and this is Kenny Masterson saying good night from Elsberry. Are you guessing that I'm in Elsberry? Anyway, good night, everybody.